That's our, like, now restorative.
Okay.
But, you, like, where are you from, and then how do you decide to go to Pepperdine?
I'm from
Isn't
Texas.
this great? Because I don't, like, know anything, so it's so fun.
Yeah, it's, like, kind of, like, the first time we, like, had,
actually
like,
talked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Texas. Like, I say Dallas, but, like, I'm, like, an hour outside of Dallas. Like, I live on a ranch. So, like...
Wait, actually?
Yeah. So, when I, like, moved to California, I was, like, a little bit culture shocked. Yeah, especially with how people dress. Like, people here dress so cool. And, like, at home, people just wear, like...
You dress so cool.
Thank you. I had to learn, because people looked at my closet and I was like, girl, what are you wearing?
What?
But I'm really
were you
glad.
wearing, like, jeans?
Like, I feel like people just wear, like, athletic wear or, like, ranch wear. Because, like, it was, like, an agricultural school. So, like, people would wear, like, their hey dudes and jeans and a big buckle. And, like, it's just, like, very country.
Very sure, it's so cute. It's like Rocco.
Yeah. It's the Calamigo style, but, like, more ratchet.
That's so cool. Wait, and then how far away from a town is it? Like, how small is it?
Well, I'm, like, 20 minutes from Fort Worth, like, where TCU is.
Okay.
It's called Aledo. So there's, like, I feel like there's, like, half of the people there are very, like, ranch style, and the other half is just, like, Lululemon, like, Dear Hannah prep, like that. But I came to Pepperdine. I didn't know anything about it, but I knew I wanted to, like, live by the beach, because I just, like, always, like, thought of that. And my grandpa was, like, helping work with the chateau, like, being opened or something.
Oh, no way. So in Switzerland.
Yeah, like, he was, like, helping, like, open it up. I don't know how.
Is he part of Pepperdine a little, or no?
No, I think he was just, like, business partners with one of the guys who did work at Pepperdine.
Okay.
And he told me about it, and, like, I met, like, one of the deans, like, at one of my grandpa's work events, and he was like, oh, you should think about Pepperdine, and I literally, like, had no idea what it was. And so then, like, I went to come tour, like, UCLA and, like, UC Santa Barbara, and then my grandpa was like, why don't we drive by Pepperdine? I was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful.
And then you were like, okay, I'm gonna apply.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you got in, and then you came, and then your freshman year, how was that? How was your freshman year?
It was really good. I, like, was really lucky because, like, the girls I was living with, I got really close with, and we all got into the same sorority. So then we just got, like, stronger in our relationship, and then I went abroad with, like, pretty much the same girls, too. So I had a really good experience, and I also, like, it helped grow in my faith because my senior year of high school is when I, like, accepted Jesus as, like, Lord, and so it was, like, very fresh. Like, it was, like, very new to me, and Pepperdine, like, was the perfect environment to, like, foster that.
So cool. Okay, so wait. So is your family Christian, or what was the...
Oh, okay, yeah. So
this is so good.
Yeah, this is really good.
You're like, it's gonna get crazy.
It's gonna get crazy, guys. My dad is Muslim, and...
What?
Yeah, and
That's why you're so beautiful?
Oh my gosh, thanks. And my mom grew up a Jehovah's Witness.
Wow.
And, yeah, so she... like, is really traumatized from, like, that whole experience because it was very, like, culty, and, like, she, so her dad, my grandpa, like, decided, like, he wanted to leave, and so her whole family kind of, like, disowned him and, like, her and my uncle, and so she, like, does not talk to her mom anymore because she's not a Jehovah's Witness, like, they're not really allowed to talk, and, the times that, like, her mom reaches out is, like, being like, hey, like, do I want to come back? Like, it's always about that. So my mom, like, was always very much, like, very lax about religion. Like, she still, like, prays to God, but she, like, I think got really, like, traumatized by, like, the religion aspect of it. And so she always, like, told us, like, yeah, you can be whatever you want. Like, do you want to go to Catholic school? Like, I'll take you to Catholic school. Do you want to go, like, where do you want to go? So I grew up, first, like, when I was living with my dad, I lived with him until I was, like, 5. I grew up, like, Arabic being my first language, like, going to Islamic school, like, every day after like, kindergarten, and, he, like, really pushed that on us, but my mom told me, like, now that I always had a curiosity about who Jesus was, which she thought was so weird because Jesus, like, that name was not in our household. Like, it was just not, like, my dad, like, condemned that. And, like, anytime, I would ask my mom for a lot of books growing up, like, really weird books. Like, I was so interested in, like, the human anatomy as, like, a literal, like, 5-year-old. And so I'd be like, I want to learn about this. And my mom was like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, let me just get you, like, a kid's book about it. So I remember, like, I asked her about, like, who Jesus was. And she got me, like, a book about it. But I, like, like remember my dad coming into my room and seeing me read it, and like he got freaked out and like took it and like threw it away. So like that was like kind of like my background with it. So I like know a lot about Islam. And then when I moved away from my dad, we were living with my grandparents at the time because we kind of had to like escape from him a little bit. He was like really abusive, and it was just like a bad environment that my mom felt like trapped in. So we were living with my grandparents just as like my mom was figuring things out, and my grandma grew up like Catholic. My grandma is like my mom's stepmom, and so she's like Mexican Catholic. Like she takes it very like I would say serious, but also like not. Like I don't even know how to explain it. But
so
like
funny.
she would take us to like the Catholic churches, and we'd get like our jewelry blessed by the like the priest, and we would like learn about that. So I asked my mom like, oh, can I go to like Catholic school? So I like started doing like first communion classes and stuff. But like I just like kind of like didn't feel a connection or anything.
Yeah.
I was just like kind of like, I don't know. I was just like a curious person. And when I started getting
probably
into
still are.
and then yeah, so then when I started going into middle school, like my friends were like going to like youth group. And I was like, oh, like, can I go with you? And they're like, yeah. So I stopped going to the Catholic school and I started going to youth group. But like, I don't know, my friends at the time were like just kind of like messing around. We were just like messing around like probably like 7th grade at this point. And I just like never really like found, I don't think I had a good experience because like I think there's like a lot of mean people that like would claim to be Christian, and I like it just like left a bad taste in my mouth. So then by the time I was in high school, like I like had like a lot of resentment towards like just religion as a whole, and I was just like, it's just so hypocritical, and like why are the meanest girls the ones that have like love like Jesus in their bio, you know? Like I just did not understand, and I think I meshed like who Jesus was with like who people are, like how people are. And so then I was like working at Starbucks my senior year of high school, and like I had like a closing shift with my manager who was like really, really Christian, and she was like the kindest person on earth. Her name's Jill. Like I literally will never forget her. But I like remember I was like in a really toxic relationship. Like the guy was like low-key like addicted to like just like lustful things, and I asked her, I was like, do you think it's okay that like if a guy didn't want me to wait till marriage, like I wouldn't, but like if you did want me to wait, like I would? And I was like, I don't know what to do because like I don't really like mind either way. And she was like, well, you should mind, like it's your body, and like you shouldn't let another person like decide that for you. And she's like, do you know who Jesus is? And I was like,
Starbucks?
Like literally working at Starbucks, which is like crazy because like I feel like you would never think that would happen at like Starbucks.
Was that one of your coworkers?
Yeah, my manager.
Wow.
Like my shift lead. Yeah.
So good that you were so honest.
I know. Yeah, and I was like honestly, like I don't really want to hear about Jesus. Like I was like, I don't like claim myself as like a religion. And she's like, why not? And I was like, honestly, I feel really guilty too because I don't like practice it in any way. And she was like, well, she's like, what do you mean? And she just kept like inquiring more. And she was like, I think you like don't know who Jesus really is because like I don't think you'll know what love is until you know who Jesus is. Like he was and is like the embodiment of love. And I was just like, that's so interesting. Like I like want to know more. And she's like, why don't you start coming to church with me? And so I did. Like since then, I started going to Upper Room in Dallas.
Wow.
And like got saved there, and my like coworker bought me a Bible, and it's the same one I have right now, and it literally changed my life. Like it was crazy. And like even now, like my dad has had a hard time with it because if he sees me wearing a cross or anything, he'll like take it away and like throw it away, and like he says it's like really shameful for the family. But like recently he's been like having more of an open mind about it, I think, because a lot of the advice I give him when he's like struggling with like his relationship with my sister, I like read him scripture, and he like is like having a really open mind about it lately. So I don't know, like
God's moving.
Yeah, he's definitely moving, and I think there's a reason like I was the one that he came to first in my family, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's so
I
cool.
got shivers. That's so amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Wow, that's literally so amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the story.
That's amazing. So then this is senior year at the end of senior year, or what time is it? Okay, so then you come to Pepperdine, and then your grandpa already is doing, like, this thing, and so you're like, okay, well, I'll come to Pepperdine then. And then you show up at Pepperdine, and it's like you had just, like, found God. And
yeah, so I was, like, kind of in the moment where I was like, okay, like, I really like going to church, and, like, the people at church are so kind, and, like, I, like, am really interested in learning more about this. Like, things are starting to make sense. Like, the things that I, like, heard a little bit growing up at, like, Catholic school, like, they're kind of starting to make sense, but I never got, like, the relationship aspect. I literally told Hannah this the other day, like,
no way.
The first time I went to Upper Room, we were, like, singing a worship song, and it was about something about, like guilt, because I think I did have a lot of guilt, like, built up in me. I just knew, like, I put all my self-worth in, like, what other people thought of me. And, like, we were singing some worship song, and it was, like, just, like, about how, like God is just, like, waiting at the door for you, and, like, you're already saved. If you, like, want to have a relationship with him, like, you're okay.
Wow.
And I was just like, whoa, like, I don't need to, like, do anything for God to, like, love me or, like, want me. Like, he already wants me. Like, all I have to do is, like, open the door. And it just, like, blew my mind, because in Islam, it's really different. Like, you're constantly trying to work to be a good person, to, like, make up for the debts of your sin. And it's just not, like, practical. It's not ever going to happen. And so the fact that, like, I, like, realized, like, Jesus already paid that debt, and, like, all I have to do now is, like, if I want to have a fulfilling life, just, like, obey him, like, and, like, things will work out for me. I was like, what? Like, this is literally the key to life. Like,
that's insane.
Yeah. I was, like, just, like, mind blown. And, so I forgot what the question was, but.
Well, you came back, and so were you Muslim? Like, was your, because you're, or how did you, were you know, your dad practiced?
Yeah, I would say, like, technically I was Muslim, like, when I was little, like, probably till, like, I was, like, 6 or something, or maybe 7. I did not want to say 6, 7. You have to cut that. but what's it called? Yeah, because, like, I literally was going to, like, Islamic school. Like, I learned how to pray, and, like, I still have, like, a prayer memorized in my head, because, like, I just had to memorize it. So, like, I'd say, yeah, like, I was, and I don't know. I just, like, did it because, like, that was, like, what I was.
I mean, I wish I knew more about, like, Islam, right? That's what you would call it, right? I wish I knew more about it, because it is so interesting. There's so many people, right? And it's, like, obviously very powerful, and there's obviously, like, I don't know. It would just, I wish I knew more about it. It's so cool that you do.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting to know both sides, because they're way more similar than people think.
Because it's, like, it's like Judaism, right?
Islam
and Christianity. It's like we have God in common, right?
Yeah. And, like, they, like, really respect Jesus, too. Like, they think Jesus was, like, a really, like, impactful prophet, but they think, like, calling him Lord is blasphemy, which is, like, kind of, like, the same as Jews, I think.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, like, my dad just, like, struggles with the fact that, like, Jesus said he was God.
Yeah.
And, like, that, like, Jesus, like, actually resurrected.
Yeah.
And, yeah, but, like, the morals are, like, all the same. And I'm pretty sure, like, the word, like, Muslim, like, means, like, something like obeying God or something like that. You know, like, their, like, whole thing is, like, we want to just, like, obey God's commandments, and, like, Jesus failed at what he did.
Yeah.
But, like, I just think there's no freedom in that at all, because you're always trying to work to something you're never going to achieve, you know? Like, I think if that was truly the case, no one would ever make it to heaven, you know? But.
And you've had probably these combos with your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, he's always like, oh, like, I need to read more about it. And also, I think Muslims have a really, like, I can't speak for all Muslims, but at least my dad, like, he has, like, a twisted view of, like, who Jesus was and, like, what he actually did.
Yeah.
Because he would, like, say certain things, and I'd be like, actually, like, I have my Bible open right now, like, he said this, not that, you know? And my dad would be like, oh, well, I need to read more about it, you know? So.
But we're the same. Like, I'm the same. I don't know anything about, like, Islam, so it's, like, you know?
Yeah.
Can't, like, hate on it.
We only go off of what, like, people tell us, you know?
Yeah.
Which is, like, exactly what I was doing before I, like, actually became Christian. I based it all off of what people said, which, of course, was going to be flawed, because people are flawed. And, like, I don't know, when I talk about Christianity to, like, people, like, new to faith, I'm like, you have to read your Bible.
Yeah.
Because, like, going based off even what people say in church, it's not going to be perfect. Like, there are flaws in the church, there's flaws in like what I'm saying right now. Like you have to go off the only thing that's like from God and from like the actual truth, because like then you'll be able to actually hear God's voice because you know like, what he sounds like, you know.
So true.
Yeah, I think
So
the Bible's
true.
so important.
Oh my gosh, it's so important.
Yeah, I literally
no, it
love
is so important. It is so important. It's so important.
Yeah.
So then you came here, and then do you think your year abroad, like, how was that for you, like, with your faith? Like, was it like, you know? Because I feel like being abroad is like crazy.
It definitely like, I like really was able to become bold in my faith from being abroad. Because I think before it was like just something I like had like, you know, like I would like read my Bible in my room, but then I'd like go out with my friends and like get wasted, and like it was like, I don't know, like I still like wasn't fully like, I didn't fully understand like what it meant to be submitted to God, you know? And I think I often went to people for advice rather than friends, which is like good, but like you have to know like where your advice is coming from. I feel like now I like know like, oh, I know if I ask these certain people, it would like align with like a Christ-centered community, I guess. But anyways, yeah, I went abroad, and like I don't know why, but one of the religion professors in the house abroad, I didn't even take his class, but I would just like say hi to him like in the hallways, and like his name was oh my gosh, I have to remember his name. I don't remember right now. But like I literally didn't have his class, and like he pulled me aside one day and was like, "Hey Liana, like do you want to like lead chapel and like give your testimony?" And I was like, "Whoa, like no." Like, absolutely not. Like that is crazy. And like I was like, people are literally gonna call me a hypocrite. Like I've been going out every single day.
Did you say that to him, or would you say you were just like, I don't know if
I was
this is
just
the right
like,
fit?
I was like, I don't know. Like I don't want people to like look at me weirdly, or like I don't know how I feel about that. And I was like, I also don't really like public speaking. And he was like, Liana, like I watch you around the house. Like everyone loves you here. Like I don't think anything you could say would like make people not like you. Like you are such a light in the house, and you're so kind. Like I think you should really do it. Like
wow.
And he's
so
like,
cool.
and I've asked other people in the house. He asked like the SLA, I guess.
Yeah.
And she said apparently like, yeah, like we want to hear Liana's testimony, whatever.
And you're like, what is happening?
I was like, what? Like I was like, oh my gosh. So then like I was like, he was like, I can like walk you through like how to give like a sermon. And so like,
wow.
Yeah. So I was like, why don't we like, can I think on it? And he's like, yeah. Like he's like, I'll like print you out like a guide on like how you could write your sermon, and like let me pray for you, and like you can think on it, like let me know.
But also like we're doing this.
Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. And I was so scared, like, oh my gosh, I can't go out anymore. Like I can't like do like, I can't like, I like have to be on my A game. Like people are gonna like,
no more double life.
Yeah, no more double life. And so I ended up doing it, and it was like so cool because I like basically told them about like how like the difference in like basing who Jesus is on who people are.
Wow.
And I kind of like put a call to action at both sides. Like I was like, if you like have resentment towards God, I really urge you to like learn who he is through like the actual scripture. And if you already are a person of faith, I really urge you to like embody Jesus so much that it wants people to know like who you're following. Because I was like, my view of Christianity was twisted because of like people who were like acting out of character of Jesus.
Wow.
I was like, that's why it's so important that you like truly obey God, like Jesus' character, like and embody it. Because like that's how people like can look at
that's
you.
how I am weirdly getting told to preach right now.
Literally, I literally just had this realization with you guys. Like this is so important. And I was like, so I like said that, and I had just this like really heavy weight of like responsibility. I was like, I have to like like I need to like just like embody Jesus. Like I have to choose. Like I can't have both.
So cool. It's like you're preaching to yourself.
Yeah, literally.
So cool. You're like, okay, game time. I don't want to be. So cool. Wow.
Literally. And like obviously like it wasn't easy. Like all my friends I'm an AFE. Like it's really hard.
Yeah.
And then so I basically like I found like a Young Life group in London that me and this other girl who was like in the house that I wasn't like in my friend group, we started going to together, just like volunteering, talking to high schoolers about who Jesus is. And I was going to the house church there, but like after I gave that sermon, like the house church like leaders, like the parents of the house, they were like, Liana, like we want you to lead some house churches. So I would like give sermons at house church, or like lead prayer, or just like small things like that that really made me feel like, wow, like I can like actually be like a part of like helping people find the peace and joy that I found with Jesus. Like I can be a part of that, you know?
So cool.
Because I don't know, it just like brought like a little bit of fulfillment, but it also gave me that responsibility. And it was just so cool because I feel like people like often like ask me like, bro, why are you not stressed about this right now? Like, why are you so chipper? Like, what the heck? And I'm just like, bro, like, literally don't have to worry. Like, Jesus has us all under control. Like, I just need to obey him. So
good, so true.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, like I can tell people about this. Like, this is so cool. So yeah, abroad was like really transformative for me because I remember like calling my mom all the time, and like I was like going on dates with this guy abroad, and like he was going through a really tough time in his life, and I was just like you can come to church with me, like and he like grew up in a religious school. That's another thing I feel like always ignites a fire in me. Is like a lot of my friends too grew up in religious schools that like traumatized them, and like I think their foundation was built on the fear of God rather than the love of God. Wow. And I feel like as a kid, you need to know the love before you know the fear.
Yeah.
But so I was like low-key like just like every now and then like just having these like really deep conversations about Jesus, and like he had the hardest questions, and like it really encouraged me to be so knowledgeable on scripture so I could answer them like correctly for him. And at the like right before I left, like a week before I left back to like America, he was like, Liana, like I just want to let you know, like I've been going through the hardest year of my life, and like you have given me such a different perspective on who Jesus is. Like I want to start going to church, and like I just hope you know, like you like really changed my mind about like Christianity. And I was like, dude, like that has to be the most like
the biggest.
Yeah, like are you serious? So that was like so cool. So when I came back from London, I was like, yeah, like this seems like I want my whole life to be about this. Like I want my whole life to be about like sharing the gospel. But yeah, it was crazy. London like really changed things for me a lot. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was
That's so
cool.
And it's so interesting because it's like you're like, okay, people are watching me. Like that kind of thing. You're like, okay, wait, I need to actually, if people are going to like, if I'm going to be a leader.
Yeah.
Then it's cool because it's like we're all kind of in that position. We just don't like recognize it, right?
Yeah.
So cool.
I think like the really hard thing about it though was like, I'm like a really big people pleaser. So I was like, towards like the end of abroad, I was caring so much about what people thought of me.
Yeah.
Like like the verse that's like be blameless and act. So I was like so like worried about like, oh my gosh, like this girl thinks I'm like mean or something, like I need to like kiss up to her. Like I was like so like worried about what people thought of me that I started to like lose kind of touch of like, okay, like who are you actually doing this for? Are you doing this for like a good reputation around the house, or are you doing this like for God?
Yeah. And
like that was like something I really wrestled with. And also just finding the balance of like not like losing like who I am. But yeah, I ended up, I think coming back to Malibu and like resetting really helped that, because I was able to like, I don't know, like really choose like who I want to be friends with and like what journeys I want to like be a part of that like will lead me ultimately to God. So I don't know, I feel like I'm still at a point where I'm like learning a lot. Like I like to go to like Bible studies with like older people to like kind of like learn and get advice from people who are like a little further down the line. But yeah, that's a hard one. Because like, I don't know, people pleasing is also...
No, it's so hard.
It's so hard, yeah.
It's the hardest thing. It's so funny because it's like, so like you like just won't do things because you're afraid of what people think. It's the worst.
Yeah, literally.
So hard. And, okay, so are you close, so how is your relationship with your dad and your mom now? Is your mom still, what's your mom like?
So, when my mom left, like, the Jehovah's Witness thing, she never, like, went back to it or anything, but, so, I don't know what she would, like, I guess she would say she's Christian. Like, she prays to God, and she has, like, a very, like, spiritual, like, mindset, but I wouldn't say she fully understands, like, what being Christian actually is, like, embodying Christ. Because, like I said, I feel like you can't embody Christ if you, like, don't know who he is. Like, you have to read the Bible. But she's definitely, like, I don't know, she's, like, big into prayer, and she's, like, yeah, I don't know. We have an amazing relationship. I literally love her so much. My dad is, like, he's a bit more, like, inconsistent, I guess. I don't live with him. And he's, like, very Muslim. But we have a good relationship. I just, like, don't really talk to him that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, like, every now and then versus, like, my mom, we, like, call
Talk all the time.
All the time, yeah.
And you said you have a sister?
Yeah, I have a sister and 3 brothers. So my sister, actually none of them are religious. I mean, like, my 2 little brothers live with my dad, so they're going to grow up to be Muslim.
Wow.
But my brother and my sister are very much more, they're, like, very, like, scientific, like, they're, like, just really these, like, geniuses who, like, they have to have proof for everything, and, like, that's just the way their brain works. So it's really hard for them to, like, put 100% of their faith in, like, Jesus, because it's not tangible. But I think, like, them seeing me go through it has definitely opened their minds.
Yeah.
Especially my sister. Like, I know one time she was, like, dating this Catholic guy, and she was like, she called me, she's like, Liana, like, I want to read my Bible, like, where do I start? And I was like, wow, like, let me tell you, like, but I don't know, she's like, I think, like, they're on, like, I don't know, they're, like, still not as mature in their faith. Like, my brother and I would listen to some, like, Christian podcast every now and then. I think they see it more as, like, a book of morals and not, like, oh, this is, like, life and death.
Yeah.
You know? Like, literally. But, yeah. I just don't want to be that pushy person because I know it's, like, already kind of caused trauma in, like, my mom's life. So
it's an interesting place to be in. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, and also my dad was so pushy about it. Like, it's really pushed my sister away from him. And, like, me and my sister have such a strong relationship that I try to just, like, minister in, like, the way I act.
Yeah.
Rather
like,
than,
pray
like,
for her or, like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, and just, like, you know, like, just try to be so patient and kind and just,
so
like.
Good. Like
yeah.
you said, be like Jesus.
Yeah, literally. Which is hard with family, I feel like.
So hard.
It's so hard with family.
It's crazy.
Like, I swear I feel like I'm the most patient person with my friends, and then I go home and I'm like, I'm literally getting ticked off.
It's really funny how hard it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally so hard.
Yeah, it's, like, so hard. I don't know what, it's just because we've grown up with them and you're just used to it or whatever, but it's hard too because it's like, I think when you're with family, it's like you almost sometimes become the worst version because they know the worst version.
Yeah.
And other people don't know it, I guess, so you're kind of like, okay, like what, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like something like that. I feel like you're like, we've been here together before.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It's really hard.
Oh, well, that's amazing though. So you're really just like the only one in your family.
Yeah, literally the only one. Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that's amazing.
My family's, like, my mom's side at least is so supportive of me, and they're, like, really happy for me. And, like, hopefully it's, like, made them think about it more, like, oh, maybe I should, like, really see what this is about. But I know, like, they had, like, a really different upbringing, so it's hard. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. And then are they in school around here? Where do they go to school?
So my sister is at SMU. She's a freshman. And my brother is living in Baltimore. He's, like, just working. And then my little brothers live with my dad in Texas. Yeah.
It's so cool. Alright, so, and then Liana, so you come back, you go to, you go to, London and then, like, get, like, super just, like, actually, like, it's, like, not a half-in thing anymore, right? Is that how it felt? Like, you just actually were like, okay, this is really, like...
I think, like, that's where it started, because I think, like, it wasn't until I got back home, like, from London, that I was like, okay, like, I need to, like, reset my life. Like, I need to, like, this is a chance that I can, like, restart. Because definitely when I was abroad, I was, like, battling between the two. I was like, okay, like, I, like, have so much love for Jesus, but I also love going out and, like, meeting guys. And, like, I, like, was still, like, battling my flesh a lot. And I think when I got home, like, all my friends were still abroad. So I was, like, by myself, really, other than with, like, my roommate. And I was like, all right, like, how do I, like, make this my entire life?
Wow, so it's really just been recent, then.
Yeah.
Like, a really, like, wow, so cool.
Yeah.
And what do you think, what have you felt from that? Like, how do you feel like that's, like, shifted things, or, you know? Like, why would somebody even do that, right?
Yeah. I think, like, for the longest time, it was, like, you know what's right, and, like, you know, this is, like, one person put it this way to me, which really, like, stuck with me, was, like, you like, kind of just switch on your Christianity, like, switch. Like, you just flip it on, and, like, you go to church, you're hanging out with those group of people, and then when you're back home, you turn it off, and you're back to, like, living the way your flesh wants to live. And, like, I feel like you could have, like, such, like, a love for God and, like, I guess, like, knowledge of, like, what's right and wrong, but, like, you don't, at least for me, I didn't understand, like, what giving yourself up really meant.
Wow.
And, like, being, like, denying your flesh to the point where you're like, like, this feels so right in my body, but because God says it's not right, I know it's not right.
Okay.
And, like, for example, like, when I came back, like, lust is something it's probably, like, my biggest struggle. But, like, when I got back from...
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. When I got back from, like, London, there was, like, this really cute guy that was, like, talking to me, and, like, he was, like, so cute, guys. Like, oh my gosh, like, I was like, wow, like, can you marry me? Like, what the heck? But he, like, was not of God at all. And, like, I feel like that was, like, my first test. Like, God was like, all right, like, are you ready to, like, surrender to me? And I was, like, at this point, so invested. Like, even, like, but after my freshman year of high school, I, like, was reading my Bible, like, 4 hours a day, like, just, like, trying to, like, learn everything. And, like, it was really good. But I still didn't understand, like, what it meant to, like, put your flesh down.
Wow.
So, like, at this point, I'm, like, reading my Bible so much. I'm, like, praying to God about literally every decision I make. And, like, I'm talking with this guy, and, like, I just could feel, like, he is not from God. He's going to pull you away from God. And so I was like, you know what? Like, if talking to this guy is going to bring me, like, a centimeter away from God, I, like, do not want it. Like, I can't want it. Even though I, like, feel like I do.
Yeah.
And so, like, I just, like, kind of, like, low-key blocked him. I'm, like, a blocker.
You're a blocker?
Yeah, I just, like, have to get it out of my life. So I just, like, blocked him. And, like, he didn't even do anything wrong. Like, he literally did nothing wrong. But I was like, no, like, I need to choose God right now. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I, like, blocked him. And, like, I was like, wow, like, I just put down my flesh for the first time. Like, then it just, like, got a little bit easier. And, like, I realized, like, I just felt so much happier. Like, I wasn't thinking about, like, oh, like, what are people going to think of me? Like, what, like, how do I, like, before you're going on a date, like, how do I make myself look, like, the best for this guy? Like, I was like, no, like, how do I make myself look the best for God?
Yeah.
I started whipping out my modest clothes. Like, I just, like, felt like this, like, I was, like, on fire for, like, oh my gosh, like, I need to deny my flesh so bad. And it was, like, really hard. Like, I remember there was a couple times, like, I got invited to, like, a date night or formal, and, like, I, like, that's when I realized, like, I should not be drinking out. Like, I shouldn't be, like, taking shots and, like, getting drunk. Like, maybe, like, a wine night is, like, nice. And, like, I love having, like, my wine nights. But, like, I, like, went out to a date night, and, like, I told myself I wasn't going to drink. And then once I was, like, in the environment, I was, like, I started taking shots, and I, like, made out with this guy that, like, I just met. And I, like, I'm pretty sure, like, someone recorded it, too, or something. And I was, like, dude, what am I doing? And, like, it was funny because the whole night I was talking about Jesus to him. Like, the whole night I was like, you know, if I talk about it, it'll, like, be real. But, like, God was, like, so clearly like, no, Liana, like, it's what you say to other people doesn't matter to me. It's, like, where your heart is and, like, what you're actually doing to obey me. And so I got home, and, like, the next morning I was like, bro, like if alcohol is going to make me, like, go that direction, like, I just need to cut that out. So I remember, like, writing in my Bible, like, I have, like, these, like, note cards. I was like, don't drink alcohol until for, like, however long I set, like, a date or something, which, like, I wasn't even, like, an alcoholic. It was literally don't do it because it's going to take you away from God. And so, yeah.
And I think it's, like, that's cool, too. That is, like, the setting stuff. It's, like, you can have, like, whatever, a drink when you're, like, at a table on a date. And it's just so different, when you go to, like, a date night or something. Like, it's just such a different environment.
It's so different. And, like, especially if, like, you know, the devil knows exactly what gets you. Yeah. Like, he knows. So, like, the devil knows that, like, if I'm, like, in front of a cute guy and there's alcohol in front of me, like, he's going to try to get me the best way he can. Yeah. So, like, now I'm just like, no, I'm not even going to put myself in that environment. Like, I want to save myself for, like, my future husband. Yeah. Like, that's what God asked for me, and that's what's going to make me the happiest. Wow. And I don't have to wake up the next morning feeling horrible about myself, you know?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's crazy. So and I wish people could know, like, it's so hard to put down your flesh because, like, it feels so good, and it feels like the best option in the moment. But, like, when you really start feeling the fulfillment of, like, of God from, like, living the life he asks us to live, like, it makes so much sense. And it's literally that, like, peace that's just unexplainable. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. But when you actually, like, experience it, you're like, oh my gosh, like, this is why he tells us to do that.
This is what I was chasing in the first place, I feel like. That's the whole thing. Like, when we're doing these things that, I don't know, God asks us not to do a lot of times because we're chasing what God actually can give us. Right? Yeah. Like, that's what you were kind of wanting, is that peace or that, like, whatever, the love or that stuff.
Yeah, because the world tells you can get it and
do that,
and you just can't. Like, you just literally can't. But
wow. And so this was earlier this year? Or when was
this was, like, when I just got back from abroad, so, yeah, like, second semester of my sophomore year.
And then when did you, like, text Bryce Crawford, and when did that all happen?
Oh my
I feel like that was
gosh.
a huge, like...
Yeah, so, oh my gosh, yeah, so about, like, being bold in my faith, I, like, watched this podcast with my big, Tegan, and it was, like, about boldness that Bryce Crawford had, like, made, and we were, like, talking, we were like, dude, like, he said something, like, everyone... Like, there are so many people in the world that are, like, willing to give their life to Jesus.
Yeah.
There's not enough people going around and telling them about it.
Yeah.
And, like, we like, going on mission trips is so important, but, like, it's people in your own school,
100%.
in your own environment that, like, they feel like they need something and they're missing this, like, part of them, and they're trying to find other things. If they were just to hear the gospel, they would give their life, like, to it.
True. It's so true.
And I was like, dude, that's crazy. Like, if Jill never mentioned Jesus that day, like, I would be so depressed and, like, like, I don't know, like, just on a completely different path. And, like, so me and Tegan were like, dude, like, we need to make this, like, our life goal. Like, are you serious? Like, this is what it's about.
This is what's worth living.
Yeah, literally. So I started, like, listening to a lot of his podcasts. Like, he had a lot of good ones about, like, relationships and lust and anxiety and, like, all this stuff. And it really helped me, like, apply it to my life.
Yeah.
And I just, like, slowly just got stronger and stronger in my, like, knowledge of God and my faith. And he did, like, some about reading your Bible and stuff. And then I was, like, this year I was, like, listening to one of his podcasts with Judah Smith. He's, like, pastor. It's so good. And I was, like, in the shower. Like, guys, when I'm in the shower, that's when I, like, talk to God a lot. Or I'll, like, listen to a podcast. But
you listen to a podcast in the shower?
Yeah.
That's amazing. You're taking, like, a long shower.
Yeah, literally. Caroline's probably like, dude, I like.
She's like, that's why the roommate's like, you guys have to go.
I know, literally, they're so tired of the water bill. Just kidding. But yeah, so I was, like, listening to a podcast, and I was thinking, because the other over the summer, I, like, worked for the religion department at Pepperdine. One of my professors was, like, this really, like, sweet old man who, like, loved just, like, the biblical concepts, especially in, like, the Old Testament, and he was like, Liana, like, I'm having a really hard time connecting it to, like, your generation. Like, no one wants to open their Bible, like, literally nobody. And he was like, can you help me? Like, and I was like, yeah, of course. So
it's so cool. All these, like, teachers are, like, coming to you, Liana.
I know. Like, like literally, like, they saw it in me before I did. Like, I was just like, bro, what are you talking about? But yeah, so I was like, yeah, of course. And so I, like, put him on to Bryce Crawford. And I was like, he, like, does a really good job of, like, getting scripture and making it applicable to, like, us. And he, like, started playing Bryce Crawford's podcast in, like, Elkins.
So cool.
Yeah. So I saw someone post on their story, like, a picture of, like, Bryce Crawford on the screen in Elkins, and they're like, ain't no way Dr. Willis is playing, like, Bryce Crawford in class. And I was like, bro, like, he actually, like, took my advice. Yeah. Like, that's so cool. So I emailed my professor, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad, like, it, like, helped and whatever. And then I, like, was like, I feel like I should, like, text, like, Bryce Crawford and, like, see what he says. So I, like, DM Bryce, and I'm just like, hey, like, just letting you know, like, your podcasts are being played at, like, Pepperdine University and, like, auditoriums, which, like, with, like, 200 people, like, I just feel like that should be encouraging for you. And I was like, it'd be so cool if you could come out to Pepperdine. And literally within, like, 5 minutes, he responded. And I was, like, in the shower listening to, like, his own podcast.
That's
with
so
Smith.
cool.
I was like, bro, this is crazy. I, like, get out the shower
cool.
immediately, and I'm, like, telling Caroline, like, you would not believe this. Like, I was, like, freaking out.
That's so cool. You're listening to his podcast while he responded.
Yeah, literally. It was so crazy. And then literally, like, a few weeks later, I, like, met Forrest Frank, too.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh my gosh, like, I just want to, like...
Wait, so what happened? So then, okay, so the Bryce Crawford thing, and then you met Forrest Frank randomly, or what happened?
Yeah. And, like, honestly, like, I would not have recognized him if literally the day before I was talking to my friend Kaylee about, like, yeah, I'm, like, really trying to get, like, Bryce to come, but, like, Pepperdine's being really strict. And she was like, bro, like, Forrest Frank should come. And I was like, you know, like, his name sounds familiar. Like, I definitely listen to his music, but, like, let me see what he looks like. And, like, if I hadn't had done that, the next day I would not have recognized him.
Really?
Bottle. Yeah, no. So that's kind of embarrassing.
So cool. But... And so now maybe he's gonna go to Pepperdine. Do you talk to him about it?
No, I was too scared to. He was.
We had to talk to him about it. Wait, that's amazing. Okay, and so then the Bryce Crawford event happened. And then how was that?
So good. Over, like, I think they said over, like, 300 people came.
Wow.
And, like, there were people getting prayed for at the end, and, like, I don't know. I just, like, I don't know. I really hope, like, people went home and like, we're like, what is, like, who is this Jesus guy? Like,
yeah.
like, what is this? Because, I don't know, his podcast really helped me, I guess, like, develop in my faith. And I think at Pepperdine, people generally have a pretty good foundation at least, but, like, it's really hard to actually apply it. And, like I was saying, like, denying your flesh is just, it's so hard when you've never experienced the peace of God before, to understand why you would even want to do that.
Yeah.
Like, even right now, I feel like I, like, I'm, like, going through this, like, phase of my life, I guess, like, these past few weeks where I'm, like, I'm just, like, not feeling, like I'm, like, starting to, like, feel like I'm, like, losing faith in, like, oh, like, God's plan is actually better, because it's just, like, sometimes I'm, like, oh, like, I just feel so sad, and, like, I just, like, I don't know, like, like, I'm just, like, in this waiting period. I'm, like, when are you gonna, like, show me, like, why this is worth it?
Yeah.
But I think, like, just, like, listening to stuff like that where, like, people have such crazy testimonies, and, like, Lola told me this, actually. She's like, your testimony is so important, because that's, like, the one thing where you could be like, no, like, I'm not going to deny Jesus. Like, I literally experienced it. Like, I literally experienced him, and nothing else can explain it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Bryce had a really crazy testimony. So, hopefully, like, people, like, clung on to that in some way, shape, or form, or, like, resonated with what he said. And there were really good questions being asked. He did, like, a Q&A.
Mm-hmm.
So, people were asking, like, good questions, like, hard ones. So, I don't know. I thought it went really well.
I mean, I think it really did. Everybody was talking about it. I feel like.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, the thing about, like, I don't know, it is really hard. That whole, like, because it is hard to be like, wait, okay, like, if I'm going to sacrifice this, like, it's actually going to be better.
Yeah.
It's hard, too, when we, like, what you said before, it's like we're very familiar with what, like, you could do, and then it'll be better. Mm-hmm. Like, we're very familiar with the things that you can do in your flesh that'll make something better.
Yeah.
So it's just hard.
Especially, like, if you don't get immediate results, like, and God's just, like, trying to, like, see,
teach
like,
you something or whatever it is.
Or, like, be like, are you actually, like, faithful to me, or, like, do you just want, like, the blessing, you know? And so that's been really hard for me, but I don't know, it's just, like, staying in my word has just given me so much peace. Literally, as soon as I, like, stop reading my Bible, like, I start, like, overthinking and then getting, like, so doubtful, and, like, as soon as I read my Bible again, I'm like, oh, wait, what was I
I'm on the right track.
Yeah, like, what?
Well, no, it is really hard probably at Pepperdine, though, too, because, like, I feel like I went to Pepperdine, and then I went abroad, and abroad I, like, also, like, that was, like, when I literally, like, met Jesus. It was, like, well, I'd like, had a like, kind of, like, known Christianity, but that was when I was, like, alone, and was like, okay, like, I actually, like, need you. For the first time, I'm like, wait, I think I actually might need you, right?
Yeah.
And, coming back, though, I came to Pepperdine, and I was, like, here, but I was 100% half in, half out, up until I graduated, because it was, like, well, I mean, senior year, maybe it was a little bit more like, okay, I was like, maybe I'm a shark kind of, but I don't think I really, like you said, like, actually, like, denied my flesh, or really was like, wait, this is actually what I'm going to do, until I graduated.
Yeah.
And I think it is hard at school.
Yeah.
And so it's really impressive that you, like, have, honestly. Like, and that, like, that's very impressive, because Pepperdine's hard because it's, like, super sweet, and there's people who are, like, you know, it's, like, there's a lot of people who, like, aren't doing that, and still
claiming.
Yeah. And so it can be, like, a hard place to really be like, okay, well, I'm actually going to do this then.
Yeah.
So that's, like, amazing.
Aw, thanks.
True.
Wait, I want to know, like, what made you realize, like, oh, I really need you?
Well, I think I was just super lonely.
Yeah.
So that's, like, that, and I, like, I went abroad, and there was only, like, 10 kids, and then maybe 12, I don't know.
Where'd you go abroad?
Germany. And it was COVID, and it was, like, I was there, and I, like, I don't know, I just surrounded myself with people my entire life, right? Mm-hmm. And it was the first time that I was, like, I really didn't click too much with the group. I loved them at some point. I learned to love them. Mm-hmm. But the first bit, it was, like, felt so lonely, and I was, like, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. And it was, like, that's when I was, like, okay, well, I just think I never really felt like I needed God.
Yeah.
That was what, and I really feel like God put me in that position where it was, like, okay, wait, I actually need a friend, and I need something. And I know that you're kind of there, maybe, possibly, so now I'm going to actually, like, try to actually talk to you. Yeah. Like, and I've talked to you, but now I'm going to actually try to talk to you. So that was, like, what happened there. And so it's, like, sometimes God puts us in those positions, probably is, like, hey, wait, like, you need me.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. God's so good.
Literally, he's so fire.
He's so good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like he's probably, like, it's crazy that you met both of those people. That's crazy.
I know, that was so random.
Yeah. He's definitely going to use you.
Hopefully. Mm-hmm. I know, like, I really, like, want, like, I, like, have such, like, a, I guess, like, passion for, like, just, like, the gospel, but then, like, I also, like, I don't know, like, I know, like, my parents really, like, I think would be like kind of freaked out if I like went and like made that my whole like career because I don't know, I like my mom every now and then, my grandparents too, they'll be like, you know, like just like make sure you just like keep your balance, like you don't want to like get too like
so interesting, the balance, right?
Yeah, like because like to me I'm like, if I make Jesus like my act, like my everything, like my life will be the most fulfilling it could ever be.
Yeah.
But I think because like, you know, like they were in this like environment where, because like my grandpa was too, and like he was Jehovah's Witness in that whole thing. I don't know what it is.
Well, I don't even know what Jehovah's Witness is.
They like believe in Jesus, but I don't know. There's like a lot of rules, like you can't show your ankles, you can't like associate with anybody who's not a Jehovah's Witness. Like, I don't know. It's just like a very like culty. I don't know. Like, I don't really understand it that much, but it's like Christian. And so to them, they're like, just be careful. Like, don't like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
because for them that makes sense. They're like, we like went all in.
Yeah, they like trust us. Like,
don't go all in on it.
Yeah, and I think like, I don't know. I just have some. I don't feel like God has called me to like any type of career like that yet, and it also with like that fear that I had, like I don't know. I just have like something like holding me back with that, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I think.
What do you think it is? It's just like a fear that, like, is it a fear that your parents put on you? Is that what you're saying, or like?
Maybe like sometimes I like get really like when I start to like doubt my faith. It's like usually like, oh, like you're getting too extreme. Like people aren't gonna want to be your friend, or like people aren't gonna want to like date you, or like people aren't gonna want to like associate with you because they're gonna feel shamed. Like you're gonna make them feel like ashamed. Because I think like a lot of people feel shame from religion and like.
And so you stepping out fully, and it's gonna somehow like shame all these people because of what it is seen as.
Yeah, maybe like they're either gonna feel shamed or like they're gonna be like, oh, like that's too much. Like, nah, I don't really want to associate with her. You know.
Yeah.
But I think that's also why it's like really important not to like make religion like your focus, but like relationship with. Okay, people say that, but like what I mean by that is like, I guess like your relationship with God will like outpour into like obedience rather than like you being like, oh, you got to go to church every day. And like, did you read your Bible today? And like, oh, like, are you like dressing modest? Like that type of stuff rather than like, oh, I love God so much. I just like want to honor him.
Literally the way you were saying.
But I think when people have that foundation, like people who grew up in like super Catholic schools or something where they're like getting like detention for like painting their nails, like, I don't know, like, I think they associate that with like with like religious people or like Christians because that's what I did, you know, when I was in high school. So I just like get this fear that like, oh, like if you get too extreme, like you're gonna just push people away and like you're gonna be alone, and like I like am really scared of being alone. But I don't know. I just have to like trust that, you know, like God's way is better. It's just like constant, like literally like every day. I just have to remind myself like getting renewed literally every single day because. Like, I feel like as soon as you, like, forget, like, why you, like, came to it in the first place, like, that's when the devil will slip in and be like, well, like, yeah, well, what if you are alone for the rest of your life? What if you are being too extreme? Or what if, like, Jesus's way actually isn't the most fulfilling? And, like,
all these, like, things, Yeah,
and I feel like I've, like, definitely, like, it's taken some time, but, like, I think I've, like, started to get to the point where I'm like, you know what, God, like, if you want me to literally, like, be with nobody and like have like no friends, but it means I get to like be so close to you and glorify you just like by the way I like embody Jesus, like then that's okay. Like if it means I get to be with you, then like it's okay. Like you can take that away from me, like take that desire away from me. Like I just want your will. And I think that has just given me so much, I guess, like peace, and like it's like a relief being lifted off of me of just being like, you know, like let me just pray that God's will is done in my life, even if it's like not what I think I want.
Not what I want,
Yeah.
So hard.
It's so hard. It's literally so hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's such an interesting thing too, because I was talking to Rocco about it the other day. It's such an interesting thing when like, okay, I told you, right? We went and looked at wedding rings. It was so fun.
That's so cool.
And anyways, it's like I left the store and I'm like, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I literally want that. And then I was like praying about it. and I think I talked to you a little about it, where it's like weird. We're like, I don't know if I should pray about this, but it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna tell you how I feel because like this is how I feel. But it's interesting because I like really feel like I've been feeling like, okay, like pray about it, like pray like God, like I want that, like provide for Rocco so that we can have that, like I want that. And it is interesting, like this idea of like surrendering, but also wanting something.
Yeah,
it's such a hard thing.
And literally, when
and
you
like
talk
even when
to
you're
me,
speaking, it's like weird. You're like, God, I'm like gonna be real honest with you. I honestly believe that you're gonna give this to me. Like I honestly was like really believe that like you kind of almost made that for me, and like I really believe this. And then it's interesting because I don't even know how you're supposed to do it. But then you're also like, but I also understand that if it's like I give it to you, and it's like such a weird thing because I'm like, which direction am I supposed to go with that?
Yeah.
And like, right?
No,
because there is something about being like, no, I believe that you want these good things from me. You're gonna give them to me.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What do you think?
No, literally, when you were talking about it at Calamigos, like I was like, dang, I low key like needed to hear that today because I like Jesus does say like, you know, like ask and you shall receive, and like ask as if like I do have the power to provide for you, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's just like also like God isn't gonna give us something that he thinks we're gonna idolize over him.
Yeah.
You know, like if like sometimes no is an answer because he's like, if I give this to you, you're literally gonna forget about me.
You
have
no idea what state your heart is in right now. You have no idea. You're like weird idols that you've got going on. Otherwise, I would give. Yeah, probably. Otherwise, yes, I'd give it to you.
So like maybe like a part of that is like being like, God, I really, really want this. Like, condition my heart to like have it healthily and like still glorify you.
I love that.
Yeah,
that's it. I feel like that's so good.
Really?
Yes, I think that's so good.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like I want this condition in my heart for it. Like I believe that you're gonna give it to me. Like help me just receive it. Like a gift from you, nothing else.
Like a gift from literally you,
because
like, so I can
that's the thing. God obviously wants to give us gifts. Like he does all the time, and it's crazy. You meeting for his ring, like him receiving that whatever, like the whole Bryce Popper thing. That was a gift from God, right? He's like, wait, Leon, I want to like show you like how excited I can. Like I don't even know, even show you glimpses of what you're going to be doing in the future. Like I just want to give you these little gifts, and it's so cool because he's constantly doing it. So it's like he loves giving gifts.
Yeah.
It's hard though. It's interesting when you're wanting to ask for one. That's such a good way of like putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like how I feel right now about like even like I was like kind of telling you and Hannah and Lola like about like that guy.
Yes, yeah.
Like I just like felt like I like kind of like started to realize like, oh, like you're literally like you're waiting to like you need to do some work in me because if you give me this right now, I am like gonna glorify it way more than I glorify you. And like I want it to be I want like what I'm given to be so from God that I'm like, God, this could not have been possible without you. Like, thank you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I do not deserve this. Like, thank you. Like, that's what he wants. Like, that's what he wants for everything we do. Even in, like, the hard times. Like, even right now, like, I've been trying to tell myself, you know, like, you know what, God? Like, thank you that, like, I'm having this low, that you're so good, that, like, I'm going to be so ready for what, like, you're about to give me. You know what I mean? Like, he's just...
What do you feel like he's conditioning? Like, what do you feel? Like, in this time where you're like, okay, like... Because really right now you've just been feeling like it's almost like been a time of, like, wrestling or questioning things and kind of just, like, being, like, a little bit less, like... It's just not as easy. Is that what you're saying right now?
Yeah, I think I'm, like, just in a wave of, like, I really... It's, like, a little bit niche. Like, well, just, like, that guy I was talking to, like... He was, like, from my past and, like, kind of came back and, like... He, like, was having some questions about his faith and stuff, so I was really able to, like, minister to him, and, like, I got him a Bible, and, like, it was just, like, really, like, he's going through a lot right now, and, like, I, like, felt really, I don't know, like, happy that I was, like, able to, like, help him and like, lead him towards God, but, like, with that, like, there's, like, a lot of emotional baggage that came along with it, and I think, like, it was, like, really... hard for me to be like, oh, like, maybe this was just for, like, me to help bring him to Jesus, and, like, that's all. And, like, I don't get to, like...
I'm giving it to you, God, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, like, this is actually, like, what I'm on earth to do. Like, I'm on earth to, like, share the gospel and, like, help bring people closer to you. Like, I wasn't put on earth to, like, be in a relationship. You know, I was on earth to be in a relationship with you. Yeah. So, that's just, like, been kind of hard, because, like...
That's so hard.
I don't know, like, giving that up was, like, I don't know, it was, like...
For sure.
It kind of hurts, but it's okay. And, like, I, like, was able to share the gospel, and that's, like, so awesome, and, like, I don't know, so I've just been having to be like, you know what, God, like, it's in your hands now.
Like,
and,
I feel
that's the best
yeah.
way it could be, you know.
And I feel this because this is real, because this is sad. And, like, I'm
Mm.
going to give it to you. And I'm going to surrender the whole thing to you because I want it to be a gift from you. Because I kind of, like,
Yeah,
I want it to
literally.
be a gift.
Like, I don't want this to be something where I felt like I, like, literally, this is what I feel like God told me. Like, you're going to feel like you did this for him when I did it. Like,
wow.
I used you to, like, so he could hear the gospel, but you were feeling like you were changing this guy.
Wow.
And it wasn't you, it was me. Like, that's literally how I feel. But I also, like, just really, like, love him. And I just wanted to, like, be with him. But, like, yeah, like, God, like, low-key, like, humbled me. I was like, oh, yeah, that is you. And you have so much better for me.
Yeah.
And you have so much better for him.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, if it's not centered around God, it's just,
it's
not going to work. And, like, it's not going to be fulfilling. And there's going to be so much insecurity attached to it and, like, just inconsistency attached to it. There's just so many layers to that situation as a whole, but it definitely taught me a lot. And it's been really hard to just be like, oh, like, this is actually all about you and not about me and not about him and not about me, like, having, like, the dream future of, like, a wife, like, being a wife and, like, having these kids and, like, getting married young. Like, that's a blessing that God gives us because we're obedient to him.
Yeah.
And, like, if we try to do it with our own flesh, like, it's not even going to be fulfilling. So it'll be a waste of time, you know?
Yeah.
So.
You're so mature. Like, actually, I feel like, very, because I feel like what you're feeling is really normal, and, like, that stuff's super normal, but then to actually be able to be like, okay, but I am going to walk away from this, and I'm going to try to give it to God, and even also I'm going to feel it. All of that's, like, very mature. You know, actually, though, because I feel like so many people, like, and it's just hard because you watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
Because it can't be anything but a gift. And if it's a gift, I mean, like, you know what I mean? It just has to be a gift from God. The whole relationship thing has to be a gift.
Yeah. And I literally, like, I felt Jesus, like, when I would, like, pray to him about it, like, I felt him being like, Liana, like, I'm sad with you. Like, I'm sad that, like, you know, like, you're sad.
Yeah.
And it just, like, also made me feel bad. I was like, wow, like, thank you for, like, crying with me. And, like, I don't know, like,
sure.
It makes you feel better, but.
And he's like, I'm also sad. Yeah, oh.
Yeah, like, literally, like, I was just like, God.
Like, I don't want it to be this way either.
Yeah, literally, that's literally what I was
I didn't know, like, this either.
Yeah, like, why can't we just, like, be in heaven already and, like, be able to, like, oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought my tea was, like, right there, but it's not.
It's always far away.
It's so far. But, yeah, I don't know. There's, like, a lot of depth into that situation. There's a lot of layers to that, but that was, like, summary.
Well, I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Who's gonna grab you your tea?
Thanks.
So sweet. Well, I don't know. What's your dream right now for, like, moving forward? Like, because, okay, so, like, you feel like God's been using you in some ways. Like, what would you want to, like, how would you want to, yeah.
That's such a good question.
What do you dream with him about? Because I feel like also these periods where things are kind of, like, feeling a little dry or sad, like, I feel like I almost dream the best in them. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like I'm, like, at that point, I'm like, wait, okay, I'm going to actually dream with you because I don't.
Like, that's why Jesus tells us to, like, love our enemies, because he, like, I think it just once you, like, follow through with, like, something God asks of us, you're like, wait, that makes so much more sense.
Yes.
It's like, it's your enemies that are looking at you and being like, you're not actually a nice person.
Yeah.
Like, you're not actually that happy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like a facade. And then you go and they treat you horribly and you're still kind to them and you're still loving to them. And they're like, bro, what? Like, they're like, oh, wait, like, that's so different. Like, why is she doing that? And, like, I think when they're able to experience God's love through you, no matter how horrible they've been, like, that's literally the gospel. Like,
so
that's
good.
Like, it's just so crazy. Like, that's why God wants us to love our enemies. Like, it's exactly that. Because then it's like, if you're, like, going to church and, like, you know, like, having this, like, outward appearance of, like, being Christian, and then you're going, like, treating people poorly, like, it just shows that you're not actually doing it, like, from your own heart. You're doing it just because you feel like you have to, or, like, you maybe, like, I don't know, you want to look good, but, like, your actions are always gonna, like, show where your heart's at. And, like, obviously we all slip up. Like, I've definitely had moments where I'm like, dang, like, I wish I didn't treat that person that way, but you know, that's just where, like, reconciliation comes in, and, like, I don't know, but yeah, it's crazy. And I just, like, I don't know, I just, like, love, maybe that's, like, selfish. I just, like, love the feeling of, like, like being able to like step back from like a situation, like when people are being mean or like people are like, I don't know, being really like judgmental and being like, honestly, like God is calling me to love you right now, and like He loves me with so much love that I don't deserve. Like you don't deserve this love either, but I'm gonna like love you in this way, and then watching
amazing.
it like flourish into something so beautiful.
Oh, it
like,
always does.
You're like, dang, like God, you were right. Like
yeah.
literally, like my flesh would have never done that. My flesh would have probably like thrown punches. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so beautiful. It's so cool to see.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
But yeah, and the dream question. I feel like one time I had that dream where I like was evangelizing to Spider-Man, and then he started spreading the gospel like all around like Japan and like all these places.
Amazing.
And I was like, dang, that's such a cool dream. And then I was like talking to like one of my Bible study leaders because like I might go like help like talk to like high schoolers because they have like really hard questions, I guess, and yeah, like
again you get, and then you're like again put in this position. It's amazing.
I know.
You're like, and I'm gonna answer them.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna go into my word.
Literally. And
they have really hard questions.
I love the hard ones.
Yeah.
And I was like because he like asked me the same thing. He was like, what do you like see yourself doing like with like your faith? And I was like, honestly, I don't know. He's like, well, it seems like you like have this some like thing about evangelism, like bringing people who don't know God to like know God. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. And then it like reminded me of that dream I had with Spider-Man. I was like, wait, that's so cool. But I still like don't know. Like honestly, like I think like God like is really still like working, like trying to like prepare me for whatever He has, even with like the relationship stuff. Like I think like right now I'm just trying to like be like kind and loving and like also just be like, all right, like where am I supposed to go with this?
Yeah, you're preparing me.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna trust you and do these steps because I like just know you're preparing me.
Yeah. Like I used to be so type A, like I had to have my whole life figured out. And I like literally like becoming Christian has literally made me so type B. It's so crazy. Like I literally am like anytime I feel myself stressing about the future, I'm like actually like it's whatever God wants. I'm just gonna do what I can right now in this moment, and like God has got the rest. And it's been so relieving. But it's also like when people ask me, oh, like what are you gonna do in the next few years? I'm like, no clue.
What God wants me to do.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Wherever it takes me. So yeah.
So cool. I mean, you're definitely like that's what you're already doing. The evangelizing. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Like it's so like fun, and I love it. I love talking about Jesus.
And like making sure people's like see Him the way that He's actually is. Yeah, that's what your heart is. Yeah.
Literally, like exactly that. Like just see Him. If it's not like love, it's not Jesus. Like literally. Yeah. And like also just like, I think so many people have like the misconception that like love is like a feeling, when like the Bible literally says it's not. Like your heart is so deceitful, and like God felt so like remorseful for us whenever we like committed the first sin, like Adam and Eve. Like He was like not happy, but He still loved us, you know? Yeah. And I think that's like a huge misconception of like, oh well, like I feel all these feelings and like all this stuff. It's like, well, I think you should learn about who Jesus is, because He like lived out love with action. And like literally even in 1 Corinthians, like all of those like things of what love is their actions. Yeah. And yeah, so just like teaching people that, or like showing that is like so different. It's like it just completely changes what the world says as a whole. Like it just makes things so different.
Love is actions. So cool.
Yeah.
And that's how you like to like, and that's specifically how you like evangelize almost, right? You were saying it's like it's a lot of you just actually acting like Jesus.
I try to. Yeah.
I mean, like that's the goal, because that's like what actually like shows love.
Yeah.
So good.
And like I heard this in a sermon the other day, at Vintage Santa Monica, and
you're like
not that one. I like both. And they were saying like Jesus acted in love as like love was like a principle for Him. It wasn't something He like tapped into. Like love should be just like a principle that like after you've like followed Him so closely, it's just like second nature. Like to be patient and to be kind and to not like envy and like all those things. Like it's a principle, because like Jesus didn't love us for like any reason. He just loves us. You know, like we shouldn't need a reason. So it's just like that, like I was like, dang, that was so good. Like I literally don't need a reason. It's just because God. Like because God loves us first. Yeah. So good.
So good.
I love talking about
This was so sweet, Liana.
Oh, I'm so glad we got to do it.
I'm so happy we got to know each other.
Yeah, me too.
It is so sweet. And I'm so excited for you. I actually am. I really think God's going to do, like, a lot
Aw.
of stuff. And I think it's actually so cool right now, the way, like, you, like... Well, it's literally just really cool that you're, like, in this place of just really trying to follow Jesus. Like, not in, like, the most, like... It's literally just Jesus, because, like, not like you're trying to follow, like, some sort of other thing. And that's why it's hard, because if you're following, like, a religion... Like, if you're, like, obviously Christianity. But if you're, like, really, like, you know, just buying into some sort of thing... What I'm saying is, like, any kind of just, like kind of... But I feel like you're really just genuinely just following Jesus. And that's very hard.
Yeah.
And, like, specifically hard when you're at school, I think, too.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm so excited for what God's gonna do.
Aw, thank you.
Actually.
That's so cool that, like, you could, like, resonate with it. And, like, I don't know, I feel like you're, like, such a good role model of, like, how to get through that. Because it's so isolating.
It actually is.
Yeah.
We could talk more about it, but because it is. But
Yeah.
I'm like, you're amazing.
Oh, I literally
Jesus
love
is
you.
amazing, right? But it's like actually just being like, okay, I'm just gonna follow you, and I'm gonna actually try to put almost. And what you said too before, it's like I'm gonna actually talk to you about why this is wrong, or like trying to figure out what you say about what this is.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. And like that's like so good.
Aw.
I love you.
I love
so
you.
Sweet.
This is so cool.
Thanks, Rocco.
Thank you, Rocco.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. This is sweet. Oh, wait, how many? Like, this is so sweet.
I know. Oh
So
my gosh.
sweet.
Now when we hang out, we can already know everything.